You're looking at Empower Field, a couple days ahead of the Broncos' first home game. There is so much pressure on you this weekend, Kathy, to make sure we have good weather. There's a lot going on.
I know. It's not like I'm not feeling it, okay, all week long. But, you know, Coach Prime has Mother Nature on his side like everybody else. I mean, tomorrow the weather's going to be great for the Buffs home opener in the morning. Sunshine, temperatures in the 70s. The Broncos, looking a little more interesting, shall we say. In the meantime, it's another beautiful summer day in Denver, Colorado. It is Friday in Denver, and a lot of people hitting the highway to get up into the high country for maybe just a nice weekend of hiking and biking and adventuring. Why not? 91 degrees this afternoon. Typically, we're in the low 80s this time of year. This will be the last day in the 90s. I think it's the 38th day for the season with 90 or better, which is a lower number than we saw last year, even though it seems like it's been terribly warm this year. It's dry. Fire danger, something to think about heading into the high country and heading out for your weekend plans. Monitoring the wind pretty closely as well. Not a huge factor today, but maybe tomorrow. We'll have a weak front come through in the morning, bring temperatures down a bit, but it's the second front tomorrow night that will offer us some changes on Sunday. So the next 12 to 24 hours looking pretty good, but then you get into 48 to 72 hours and showers move into the map, and that's a whole lot of green by the time we hit Sunday night into Monday. So yeah, lots to talk about in weather coming up in just a bit. But if you are planning some outdoor plans this evening, beautiful evening for it. Temperatures in the low 90s will drop 10 degrees by sunset, and in Maine weather, a beautiful summer day, a beautiful summer evening. But the weekend, I'm going to need to break all that down for you so you can time your outdoor plans and those football games. That's just ahead.
Okay, thanks, Kathy. The Denver police officer facing criminal charges for a July 2022 shooting pleaded not guilty today. 7 people were hurt when police responded to a fight, according to the indictment. An officer attempted to talk to Jordan Waddy outside the Larimer Beer Hall downtown. Waddy pulled out a gun. 3 officers fired. Body cam footage appears to show Waddy throwing his gun away. The criminal case alleges that Brandon Ramos did not have a clear line of fire behind Waddy, and he fired knowing there was a large crowd there. The investigation found the 2 other officers were legally justified because there was a brick wall behind him. Ramos will appear in court on February 20th.
The founder and CEO of the Denver School of Science and Technology Charter School Network, DSST, says he's leaving after this school year wraps up.
We felt like, hey, we can create a new kind of high school, a new kind of educational program that does see and believe in all students.
Bill Kurtz started DSST Public Schools at Montview High School in Denver back in 2003. It has since grown into a network of 16 charter schools with more than 7,000 students. Kurtz announced today he plans to leave in June. He says DSST is ready for someone new, and sharing his plans now gives them plenty of time to come up with a, quote, well thought out succession plan.
We have a great board of directors here at DSST, and they are already working hard at implementing that plan, and we will be starting a national search here in the next month to find a great successor.
DSST has campuses throughout Denver, 1 in Aurora, and more in the works. The majority of the student body are minority students, Black, Hispanic, Latino. Since 2008, all graduates have been accepted to college.
An unexpected decision by a judge today disappointed the family of a young woman killed in a rock-throwing incident in Jefferson County. 3 suspects were expected to go through a significant court hearing this afternoon in the killing of Alexa Bartel. Jeremy Hahola was in court when this happened, so tell us what this means for the case, Jeremy.
Yeah, that's right, quick, Kim. A 20-year-old woman should be alive today, but instead her family is having to sit through this criminal case against the 3 men accused of killing her with a rock thrown through her windshield. You'll remember this horrible incident back in April. Alexa Bartel was driving on the road in Jefferson County when a large landscaping rock crashed through her windshield and killed her. The loss of her life angered and shocked the community. Eventually, investigators arrested 3 men. That's Mitch Carroll Chick, Joe Koenig, and Zachary Kwok. They've been charged with murder, accused of working together to throw rocks at oncoming vehicles from their car. Today, they were expected to go through a preliminary hearing. It's like a mini trial. The goal is for prosecutors to convince the court there is enough evidence for a trial. But one of the defense attorneys said his side has not had enough time to review recently acquired cell phone data and OnStar vehicle data. The judge said this case must be done right and agreed with that defense attorney to push today's hearing back to next month. In the courtroom, you could see and feel the disappointment of the family members of Alexa Bartel. Some of them flew out of state for this hearing. They shook their heads in disappointment. Some of them were crying. The hearing has been delayed until October 18th as the suspects remain locked up behind bars. So this means a delay in the case, but the judge feels the defense needs time out of fairness. Kim?
Yeah, you want a fair process for justice, but for families that are grieving every single day,
Yes.
knowing they're going to face this in court, this is so incredibly emotionally difficult.
And the judge brought that up in court. You know, this is a very important case. You have 3 young men facing murder charges. You have a young woman who was killed here. Many families impacted, but what is important for the judge here, according to him, is justice, and it has to be done right, according to him.
Okay.
What he said in court.
All right. Well, we're thinking about her family. Thanks, Jeremy.